Alright, y'all. I teased this before in the video. I said I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Most obscure or underrated horror movies or whatever. And I still don't know what the title gonna be. Y'all see when it comes out. But basically, I made this countdown of 5 horror movies that me personally, not the world, me personally, I love them, but they not franchises and they are slept on. These movies range from horror to somewhat slasherish. It's the horror genre basically. And before I kick this off, I couldn't get to 10. I would have had to, try hard or just throw bullshit in to get to 10. I got 5, but I also I got up to 8 cuz I got 3 honorable mentions, and I'm going to get them out the way right now before I get to the number 5 on this list. By the way, I never say this, and I'm going to start doing it every time. Like and subscribe for my content. It don't got too many views, so like and subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to see next, what you like, what you don't like. I hear a lot of critiques from my wife, so I know what I need to improve on. But, without further ado, the honorable mentions, I got Rose Red. People may not know about this. This one is Stephen King's lesser known novel turned movies. I'm talking about this is like a haunted house where the house is it's like House on Haunted Hill where the house is the entity. And this movie, me and my wife watched this movie. I'm talking about this is like a 4-hour movie. It's like a 2 DVD type of set. We used to watch this movie like a lot, like 3 times a week. We both loved it. And she ain't a movie person, TV person, or nothing like that anyway. But she even liked it. So that had to get a spot on the list as an honorable mention. Next I got, this is iconic, but it don't get mentioned or talked about nearly enough. And it's been tried to be remade and rebooted since it came out, which was 1976. And this is Carrie. The prom scream queen. She went crazy in that gymnasium with that bucket of blood. That's iconic. The prom scene when she go batshit crazy. But I like this movie a lot. When I first started watching it from the 76 original movie, I thought it was a damn good movie. It's just, part 2, and you could say this is a franchise in a way. But for me, a franchise gotta have 3 movies that the world loved. This don't got that, so that's why it didn't make the franchise category for me or honorable mention on that list. But it's on this list as a single entity. And the third, this looked like something Rob Zombie would have made or something like Devil's Rejects type of characters. And this is 1980s Mother's Day. I watched this on a VHS when I was about 16. This shit right here fucking batshit crazy. I'm sorry I don't got the visuals, but Google these movies or IMBD it so you can see the synopsis or the cast or the characters of these movies, because Mother's Day, this shit crazy. It's obviously a matriarch mother, and she got 2 sons. And this shit, I ain't even finna spoil the plot if you never seen it. But this movie, to me personally, was a shockingly good, crazy movie. Now, without further ado, here come the top 5 big dogs. These movies, to me, they can't rival a Freddy, like a Freddy Nightmare Part 3, or Child's Play 2, or Candyman 1, or any Saw for that franchise, because that's my shit. But these movies got a special place in my heart, and they are underratedly good. You don't see these when it's October. You don't see these on the horror AMC or all the horror stations, Shudder. They just clamoring to, get the rights to these movies at all. You gotta catch these when you catch them. If you don't, got a Fire Stick to where you could just Google it in and watch it. Anyways, I said this in a previous countdown about, it just was a random throw-off line that I meant. And this is the scariest Exorcist movie I ever seen. Exorcist of Emily Rose is coming in at number 5. I know people, I don't care if people feel like the original Exorcist with the head turning, that's iconic because of the cast was dying, the Illuminati aspects people felt about how people died on the set and all that type of shit. I get it. It's iconic. It's legendary. I wouldn't even really want to say this out loud, but I'm so strong with my opinion, I argue it. This movie actually scared me. No, so I wasn't no damn baby, like I always say. Some of these movies like Candyman, I was 8, 9 when they came out. This, I was a full-grown man when it came out, and this shit was scary. I mean, it's just a good-ass movie. Look it up. Exorcist of Emily Rose. I had an idea where I was going to say the cast and the members and the plot, but this is just not, it's not a synopsis or a review. I might do that later on down the month, because we got 20-something more days this month, and I'm finna come hard 1 or 2 times a day. Moving on to number 4. Man, this like a black classic, you know what I'm saying? It's like black cinema, black people, the black horror community, they damn sure know about this. Like Candyman is our Jason or Freddy. But this is like one of them underrated movies where you know about it only really for the black community. Not saying like it's a racist aspect, but because this is also Wes Craven made this, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. It might be Stephen King. I should have fact-checked that. Anyway, People Under the Stairs. I'm talking about this movie. It's based in the hood. It got a young black character. Like I said, I wasn't going to do cast, but Fool is the main character of this movie. He's a young kid. I mean, this movie good as hell. It got subliminal messages. It got messages that's relevant for the past yesteryear, the modern year, and today. You know what I'm saying? This movie is very good. People Under the Stairs. Google it, YouTube it, whatever. People Under the Stairs, this is a good movie. I'm talking about the villains of the movie. They some hell of an actor. They like some landowners. They own the whole ghetto. They trying to move people out and make it, you know what I'm saying, high pristine. They money hungry. It's so many messages in this movie. And it's also got some, not like gory or slashery, but it got the horror aspects to it. They got a basically like a Home Alone trap house. You know what I'm saying? Bars everywhere, slip doors. I mean, the people under the stairs of the movie is basically kids they done kidnapped. I'm giving a synopsis when I said I wasn't, but that's how much I feel about this movie. Number 4, People Under the Stairs. Moving on to number 3 on my list. This damn going faster than I expected. Maybe because I talk faster, like my woman always say. I'm going to try to slow it down a little. Anyways, number 3 on my list. Pet Sematary. The original. 1989, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking about Pet Sematary, man. I'm telling you. This was the first movie. This probably inspired Chucky, where the villain, antagonist, horror guy was a fucking baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get all deep into the synopsis, but I gotta say something about some of the movies. They just a normal family, you know what I'm saying? The Creed family. Mom, dad, son, daughter. Married life, happy life. They on a picnic where the son, they lose eye on him. He flying his kite. They lose a little grip on him. He get ran over by a semi-truck. They know about the Pet Sematary, which is basically you revive pets there. He decided to take his son there. It's a horror movie. You got to put yourself into the movie situation. But it's some spooky ass moments in this movie. Like the mom character, she got a sister who has some kind of bone like disease, and they show like flashbacks when she's talking about it, where the lady like bone face, it's like great makeup, but it looks scary as a bitch. She's throwing up, like it's so nasty looking and scary. Like like the jump scare they pull on you with her, it work every fucking time. I'm talking about. And then Gage, when he come back, he a little vicious little motherfucker. Y'all might know him. I'm gonna say his name, Miko Hughes, because he also played in Nightmare on Elm Street, the New Nightmare. He was Nancy's son in that. He did a hell of a job in that. But dude, he was a great child actor back in the day, and that's why this took my number 3 spot. Classic, don't get talked about. They tried to remake it a couple years back, but you know how it go. It didn't work. Number 2 on this list. I'm getting into the cast for this. I don't give a damn. This my shit. Demon Knights. This is a Tales from the Crypt movie. Now, Tales from the Crypt is iconic, classic. I put that second to Twilight Zone for the horror genre category type of show. Twilight Zone, man, I'm talking about the black and white shit, the new shit they came out with Forrest Whitaker 10, 20 years ago. Everything Twilight Zone. I could watch that on Netflix. The nothing marathon binge at Twilight Zone. Every episode. They don't even got bad episodes for this. Tales from the Crypt is similar to them in that aspect, where they don't have bad episodes. I love them all, personally. But this fucking movie took it to another level. It made me think why they didn't come out with a part 2 to this or continue. This got badass Billy Zane. He the demon in this movie. He fucking crazy batshit in this. Like, dude, funny, but he maniacal. Like a devil. You gonna get what you want with the devil. You make a deal with the devil, you gonna get what you want. It's the fine print in the back end where he get his payment. They got Jada Pinkett Smith in this. She might be in the news now for what she doing with Will Smith and the entanglement. Fuck all that. I love her from Set It Off, my favorite movie ever. And this. Menace to Society also. But Jada Pinkett is like the final girl. She do a hell of a job as always. She don't get them A-class roles like her husband Will Smith, but the shit she do, she kill it. I'm talking about Demon Knight. When I seen this movie, instantly it took me off. Like, the opening scene is the god angel chase. Like, they on a highway chase, and you don't know they demons and angels at this point. You just think it's a high-speed explosive chase. Shoot out everything. The movie got me. And one thing I love about the horror community is it don't gotta be a slasher, crazy ass Leatherface to scare you. Anybody could be imposing or a killer or, you know what I'm saying, a horror guy. And this movie does that because the villain is not somebody who you would be intimidated by or even think. You know what I'm saying? He looked charming and normal. But that's why I take the number 2 spot. Demon Knights. My shit. Now, we come into the number 1 spot. This, man, it done spawned 3 or 4 sequels after. But coming into this movie, Tales from the Hood. Now, I'm telling you, this movie right here is probably, if I did a top 50 my favorite movies, I may even tap that down the line. That's gonna take a lot of research. I want my material to be better before I do something like that, because I'm gonna have to have way better visuals. But this movie would damn sure make the top 50. It might make the top 20. I'm talking about Clarence Weatherspoon III as the devil. He's so iconic. Mr. Sims. Joe Torre, y'all know him in the community. Poetic Justice. Guy Torre, his little brother. Nothing. Lamont Bentley. Crazy K. Samuel Moreau Jr. as Bulldog. Samuel Moreau Jr., y'all definitely know him. He killed Kane in Menace to Society. He do a lot of hood movies. He is all-star. He a legend. I'm talking about, this movie is like an anthology kind of movie. It's not a full-fledged movie. It's 3 different stories inside one movie. And every fucking story hits. I'm talking about the first story about the politician and the cops, the dirty cops selling drugs and they kill him. The second story about the little boy from Soul Food, you know what I'm saying? He got the monster in his bedroom, but technically it's his stepfather. Then we got the third story is about Ellington Duke, which is he moved in a plantation house where he put his headquarters to be mayor of that town, and they rebel against him, and it's like a taboo kind of religious like slave picture that he didn't remove from the house that started coming to life, and the puppets and all of that, man, that shit's scary as hell. And the last one, Crazy K. All of these stories are black centric because it's a black the producer and writer of it was a black man, and he actually played in the second story about the Walter and the monster. He's the writer of the Daniel Cutliff, and he a hell of an actor. I thought he was come harder after this, but I'm talking about Tales from the Hood. That's damn sure a black classic, but it could damn near be a full-fledged classic. But I told y'all about a month ago. I might do a countdown of most obscure horror movies or movies you never even heard of. Since I got this list, my mind been churning as I was doing the research. I got another category similar to this. It's not gonna be obscure. It's gonna be something else, and I'ma save that. I don't want to spoil it. So I'ma end it here. Like I said, like, subscribe, and comment. It's gonna be more content on the way. ZZ, and I'm out.